Hello and welcome to today's exercise on statistics, and we'll be looking today at summarizing data in a table using tally marks to count. So this particular question that we have in statistics is about collecting data, and collecting information, collecting data for statistical purposes can often be quite a tedious task. So I'm afraid this exercise is going to be a little bit tedious. So it's going to take a little bit of time to do it. Not very interesting, but it shows the skill that you need to be careful and particular about how you collect your data. So let's have a look at this. Okay, here's the example question. John throws a dice 40 times and the results of the throw were written down. So there's a whole collection of the face value on the die. So if he rolls a die and gets a 4, then he rolled it and got a 1, he rolled it, he got a 2, and so on for 40 different times. And the data was sorted into a following frequency table. Now, a frequency table means that we just check how often we got each number there. So we want to check how many times we got a 1, how many times we got a 2, how many times we got a 3, a 4, a 5, or 6. And the word that we use for how many times is frequency. So we are asking this question to find out what the frequency was, how often we got a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, or 6. Now, what often people will do is the first thing they'll do, they'll look and try to see how many ones there are in that list. So they'll start at the left and start counting, and they think there's about 9, and they'll put down 9. However, when you're doing that, it's very easy to make a mistake. So sometimes it's better off to do a tally. So a tally count you practiced in primary school, and that's when you're going to start at the first value, which is a 4 there, and you put down a tally for 4, and you cross off the 4, and you move on to the next number, which is a 1. So we're going to have a look at that in this tally table. So for each value, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we're going to have a tally, and then we're going to write what the count for that tally is. Okay, so this is going to look a little bit different here while we go through it. Okay, so let's have a look at the first number. The first number is a 4, so we put a tally for a 4. The second number is a 1, so we put a tally here. Then we have a 2, we put a tally, back to a 1 for tally, then a 2, then a 4, then a 1, a 1, 4, a 1, a 6, a 6, a 1, a 6, and this is going to keep going. 2, 2, 2, 2, 5, 1, 1, 4, 4. So you can see I'm putting the tallies in as I go along. A 3, a 2, a 3, a 2, a 2, a 3, a 5, 4, 2, 4, a 1, 4, 5, a 5, a 4, a 6, and a 2. So you can see there is a little bit tedious. Now, as I typed those in, wasn't able to put a little cross through them as you would normally do with a tally. So normally when you're doing a tally, you count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you put a cross through it for 5. But I just put the 5th mark in. So I'm going to put in a little separator so that we know where every 5th one is. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and mark. So you wouldn't normally put 5 dashes, you put 4 dashes and a cross through it for a tally. But we can see here what the count is. And the count for that is 9. The count for that is 11. The count for that is 3. Again, 9, 4, and 4. Okay, and so once we've got that, then we can move on to answering the question, which is just writing down the answer separated by commas, which is a 9, 11, a 3, a 9, a 4, and a 4. So remember, frequency is just a count of how often those numbers occurred. And I suggest you use tally values. I suggest you lay that out properly, just like this, and put the tallies as you go along and do this for each question. I know it takes a little bit of time. It's a little bit tedious. And actually, a really good way to do this is have somebody to read out the values to you while you do the tally. So you're better off having 2 people to do this. So maybe try finding a friend or somebody who can help you with this to read out those values while you do the tally and the count. And then make sure you type in those counts carefully and correctly to make sure that you get the right answer. Okay, that's all there is to it, but it's just going to take a little bit of time. It's a little bit tedious of a question, and it just requires accuracy. And accuracy is very important in maths and particularly in statistics. So be careful and good luck, and I'm sure you'll do fine.